Well, good afternoon. Today we're just going to do a little reflection. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the still ongoing mess of Fukushima. Fukushima's still leaking. I do appreciate those of you that share the articles of Fukushima. We're still enlightening people, which is positive. We still have a lot going on. I just saw two more whales washed up in the beach, Bay Area. And people are starting to realize Fukushima is a problem. Well, that's good. Now that we recognize the problem, let's see what we can do about fixing it. It's just not the ocean, it's just not the Bay Area. It's the problems of all over. We need to be doing something about it. We need to realize it and need to understand it. My going out in public a little bit and visiting with people, people understand this planet and how it works. That's surprising. Common folk understand it, but the politicians, those in charge, do not. It was mind-blowing to me here a few years ago when I tried to talk to a certain politician, and he didn't even know about the jet stream. He didn't understand the jet stream moved from the west to the east. Well, it goes to show that those we elect into office are there for a reason, because they can't comprehend anything else. I guess that's where we, the people, have to stand up and make a decision to stand up and do something about it. Been doing this long enough. I took on this fight 8 years ago this August. 8 years of dealing with Fukushima and dealing with the politics of trying to do something about it. 8 years been trying to get people behind me because I'm just one individual. 8 years of fighting politics out of one pocket isn't going to do it anymore. People have to get involved. They got to start funding the campaign in some fashion. We can't just share it and hoping somebody else will do something with it. Got to start donating to that campaign on top of the page at Mid-America Land Restoration there on Facebook. Got to. We got to make change. This morning, a little discussion with a friend of mine. I reflected there, told him about the different things, different issues, the fights that I've taken on over the last 10 years. 8 years of Fukushima. And he replied to me with a very simple reply. It's worth it if I can help one person. Well, I would hope to think that in 8 years I've reached more than one person. I would hope to think that I've accomplished at least that. I would like to think I've got a bigger choice. I'm not here just to help one person. I'm here to help many. In order to do that, we've got to get politically involved and we've got to implement change. In order for change, there's going to have to be a lot of funding. So go ahead, find Mid-America Land Restoration there on Facebook. Get all the environmental news. All of it is there on the Facebook page of Mid-America Land Restoration. And know this, There isn't nothing in that page we can't do nothing about. It is all about the survival and our children and our grandchildren. Everything is affecting everybody. The immunes of our young to the immunes of our elderly are having major issues. 8 years of heavy contamination, whether it be chemical, radiation. Now we're going to have to deal with a 5G network. People got to get involved. With the ocean life washing up, Fukushima, the two-headed calves and two-headed rattlesnakes being born in this state alone, everybody needs to realize this stuff is not a natural remedy. This mutation is coming from something. It's not natural. We have to be doing something with it. We've got to be cutting down our microbes. We've got to turn things around. People are starting to understand we've got a problem now. Admitting to the problem is the first step. Now we have to start thinking about fixing it. We've got to implement change. Now's the time. Legislation's in break. They'll be coming back here in a few months to fire things back up. And by then I would hope to think we've got some funding so we can make change. We've got to implement change. People have got to understand it. People need to understand we got a problem. And for the most part, people do understand we got a problem. But everybody's thinking everybody else is going to do something with it. Well, we're at that point in time we need to be doing something. Fund the campaign. Fund it so we can make change. One person can't do it. It's going to take many. You know, I pulled rad numbers across this country a week ago. And we're still so far above evacuation levels, it's not even funny anymore. Nothing's changing. Fukushima, they had the fire engines at Fukushima again just the other day. People need to realize that thing's still hot. Robots are melting down in Fukushima. Imagine what human life does. Human life can't survive it. Neither can the robots. We've got a problem. That's going up into the atmosphere. Fukushima's leaking radioactive water into the ocean every day. We've got evaporation of that ocean going up into our atmosphere. And it's coming down all across this country. This country was designated the kill zone. North America, Canada, and the United States was designated the kill zone because we're the first landmass of Fukushima. People have got to get involved. We've got to turn things around. We've got to be doing something. I can't do it alone. It's going to take many to get involved. I can go out and do all the educating and start educating people, but we got to have change. That's the bottom line. We've got to have change. So let's get something going. Find us on Mid-America Land Restoration on Facebook. Follow the YouTube channel here. Get involved. Do more. It is very important that people understand what it is going on and what is happening and why it is happening. Cancer, dementia, this is all going on. This is all in light of what's going on in the environment. Let's talk about it. Find me. YouTube, Facebook, doesn't matter. Main website, it's got all the email contact and phone numbers. Get back to me. Fund the campaigns. Let's get going. Let's work together. Have a good day.